Okay, good morning, guys. Let's do a pre-trip inspection. That's what we have to do every morning, so let's get started, all right? All right, so what we got here is, well, I'm going to start with this so everybody can see here. This is our Hyliion Hybrid EX Quick Start Guide, so you guys know what we're all looking at. We can all go through this together. So basically, inside the Quick Start Guide that's been provided by Hyliion, they have the system overview, explains to you what components that we have installed on this 2020 Freightliner Cascadia. All of this you guys can find on their website. Just gives you a breakdown of the components. There's an about section. If you need service, there's some information, number you can call. System operation, which is what we're going to go out here and check for now. We're going to check the power switch for the cab, emergency disconnect switch, and there's the high voltage service disconnect. And then it gives you the in-cab display directions, which are basically right here. That's an operational mode. So here we go right here. Here's the in-cab display, and basically you can see that our system is enabled. Now I've disabled it, and as you can see, explained by Matt Gold at Hyliion, that little battery icon is exactly like the battery on your phone. So we have about 80% charge on the axle, 75-80% charge. I'm going to turn the system back on. Okay, so it's ready to go once we get started here. We are currently in system view, and when you are going, there is a terrain view as well. But we're not driving, so that's not going to work. So that's it. There's the co-pilot, and of course you have auto, manual, and off for traction control. But from my experience so far, auto is just fine, no problems. And then of course, if you want to turn on the APU, you just tap it on and tap it off. And no, it does not make any noise. But in this particular truck, we only have air conditioning, and we don't have heat yet. But in West Texas, you don't really need it that much. It's pretty rare that we're turning on the heat. We're usually almost always turning on the air conditioner. So that's the rest of the booklet or the quick start guide here, and they have some shutdown procedures. This is what we're all going to go check now and make sure that everything is up and running and good to go. I've already completed the pre-trip on this truck. So what I'm going to do for you guys is give you a pre-trip of the Hyliion equipment to make sure that everything is okay to go. So first thing we'll do is we'll okay, up and running. Outside of the truck, and let's take a peek at some of that equipment. I hope you guys can hear me pretty well. It's a little bit breezy. That's something going on. So this right here is how you check to make sure that the Hyliion system is on and operating. It's kind of like an airline switch, and I don't know if you guys can see it. You probably can't, but oh, you can. Can you see the on part there? Down is on, and if you flip it up and close it down, it's off. But we want it on, so it's in the right position. Everything's okay there. And then we're just going to come around to the back of the truck. As you guys know, this is the Freightliner axle, or the axle that came with the truck. And this axle is the 120 horsepower hybrid e-axle. Okay? So basically what we're going to do is come over here and check those other two components of the system which we're supposed to monitor, which is right here. Everything seems to be okay. System status is okay. Power is okay. And this would be the switch here if we had to turn it off in an emergency, or if we just wanted to turn it off. And there's the other component that we're looking for, that we're supposed to check every day, make sure everything's okay. And everything looks just fine. once we get rolling, the system should no problems whatsoever, and we should have a pretty productive day. Kind of enjoyable yesterday. We did get to fuel too. I guess while I'm out here, I can show you guys the CNG part. So as you know, this truck is really made up of 3 components. It's the truck itself, which is the Freightliner. Then you have the CNG system, and then you have the Hyliion electric axle. So we fueled up yesterday. It's actually fairly simple. We have 4 tanks in here. I think you guys might have saw this in the shorts, the YouTube shorts. And basically what you do is we have our gauge here. This is your fuel gauge. There's one on the dash as well. So we have about 3/8 of a tank right now in terms of fuel. And you basically just put fuel here. This is like a low speed and a high speed. If you have a high speed, it goes a lot faster. Low speed, it takes a little longer, but it gets the fuel in there just the same. It takes about the same amount of time as fueling up a diesel truck. There's our blower. We don't need it yet, but if we do need to blow sand, we're not doing that right now. We're doing bottom drops, but if we do need to, there's the blower right there. I want to show you guys something else. If you just give me a second. Okay, let me shut the truck off here so you guys can hear what I'm saying here, because this is actually really important. I've seen a lot of people online saying, oh, you know, the Cummins 15-liter natural gas engine is basically going to put Hyliion out of business, which most of us in the trucking business think is absolutely hilarious, and it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So if anyone tells you that, don't listen to it. It's a blatant lie, and they don't know what they're talking about. This is my truck right here that we're all looking at, the truck that I'm driving right now, which is a CNG natural gas truck, Freightliner. Freightliner is the truck. It runs on natural gas, and it has a Hyliion hybrid e-axle installed. It's the hybrid EX package. And the engine that I'm running in this, oh, shout out to Kirby, by the way. I hope you guys followed or subscribed to his channel, because he was the one who gave me all this information. This engine, which came from Freightliner, this is not Hyliion, this all came from Freightliner. This is in the truck. This is a Cummins ISX engine. If you see that right there, the little C, this is a Cummins engine. It has 400 horsepower. And we get an extra 520 from the e-axle. Tell you that the Cummins engine is going to put Hyliion out of business, the natural gas engine, it's a complete lie. You can run the natural gas engine, this one or any other one, with the hybrid EX package. So how would that put Hyliion out of business? I'm already running a Cummins engine with the hybrid EX package. So even if the 15-liter Cummins engine was, oh, the greatest natural gas engine that ever existed, and it put out all this power and it consumed such tiny amounts of fuel, it still wouldn't affect Hyliion's business model, because you can operate 2 different systems within the same truck. Hyliion doesn't make engines, Cummins makes engines. Hyliion makes powertrain solutions. And this year, they're going to release the Hypertruck ERX, which you all know is basically going to dominate the industry. We all know that already. If you're watching my channel, you're one of the more intelligent people, and you already understand, and you've been to the Hyliion website, and you understand what's coming. And we'll talk about this more in the future. I'm going to talk more about Hyliion's ecosystem, because they have different types of products. And yeah, it's kind of cold right now. You guys got a little brief look on the outside of the truck there, about the components. Everything's ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and button this up. I'm going to go take a shower, get ready to start my day. And I'll catch up with you guys a little bit later, all right? Talk to you soon.